Got to be real.
Be real. Be real.
Saul Canelo Alvarez. Yes, guys, what's going on? Okay, so before we get into this video, I just want to say a quick little thing that I've been quite busy recently. I don't usually get this busy, but I've been struggling to put the amount of time I should be into my videos, and what I'm gonna have to do is cut down the videos a little bit, do less videos, but I'm trying to keep it high quality for you guys. That's what I'm gonna do now. So anyway, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Canelo, this guy now is the last chance that Oscar De La Hoya has, in my opinion. I really feel that Oscar De La Hoya requires Canelo Alvarez to win the next fight. I feel like if Canelo loses this fight against Erislandy Lara, he's in big trouble. Okay, I feel that Canelo is a pay-per-view star at the moment. He does quite well for a new pay-per-view star. He does really well. Can he become the next? Can he become a Floyd Mayweather or a Manny Pacquiao in terms of pay-per-view? I don't think he can, simply because of the fact he can't speak English, and I don't see him learning to speak English. I think that he's from Mexico, so he has that Mexican audience, and he's grasped that Mexican audience quite well. So I see him becoming the next Marquez, or bigger than Marquez. But I can't see him becoming the next Floyd Mayweather unless he captures that American crowd. Pacquiao captured the American crowd by eventually being able to speak English, and getting in with Freddie Roach, and in the Wildcat gym. That's how Manny Pacquiao went about it. Floyd Mayweather Jr., on the other hand, he's straight American. I feel that for Canelo to really capture that audience, he has to do more things than just box. But that's not a video about this. This video is about Erislandy Lara and what Canelo needs to do and his keys to victory in this fight. Now, like I've said, Canelo Alvarez, the last pure golden boy fighter that there is. If he loses this fight, I think it's going to spell big trouble, because this is a big fight for Canelo. Erislandy Lara was being talked about when the Angulo fight was getting made. A lot of people were disappointed in the Angulo fight. I thought it was an alright fight, to be honest with you. I thought Canelo would win that fight, but I didn't expect him to win in the fashion that he won. If you go to my old channel, Sham Ayub, you'll be able to see the Canelo Alvarez videos that I did. And I remember very specifically doing a video saying that do not write Canelo off. Canelo is still a very good fighter, irrespective of whether he lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. or not. And he performed in the Angulo fight really well. So Canelo, what does he need to do now to really capture the audience's attention when he faces Erislandy Lara? And what does he do tomorrow to win this fight? Canelo Alvarez remains one of my favourite fighters alongside Marcus El Chino Maidana. Style-wise, I'm talking. Style-wise, I love the way Canelo fights, okay? He fights short, chin down, bob, weave, jab, right? Moving his head movement. He's like a newer 2014 super middleweight version of Mike Tyson, okay? He's not as good. He doesn't have a lot of the attributes that Tyson had, but he does carry a similar style in the way he fights, and I know that Canelo looks up to Mike Tyson. Now, when Tyson used to fight, Tyson adopted the Cus D'Amato, Floyd Patterson boxing style, of the bob and the weave and the peekaboo style of boxing, keeping chin down, feet together, right? Never being an orthodox fighter or a southpaw. He always used to be quite square on, did Tyson. Although he had his left foot in front, if you look at him in his prime, his feet were always together like this. And what he would do is a combination Tyson would throw would be something like, I'll just show you guys, okay? So a Tyson combination, he'd fight very square on, feet together like this. Rocky Marciano used to have a problem with his feet, and they used to tie a string together and keep his feet in, because he used to have footwork problems. Tyson as well used to keep his feet really in together like this, and he used to bang to the body there, right hook to the body there. So he used to go bang and then boom, uppercut right to the chin, and then he'd be bobbing and weaving and he'd be out. Canelo Alvarez, right? Let me just move this camera just a slight little bit. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so now Canelo Alvarez, right? Sorry, guys, hold on. Right, yeah. So Canelo Alvarez, right? I'm struggling to get into the shot, but Canelo Alvarez, right? When he fights low, and he tends to bob, weave, right? And he uses a bit of the shoulder roll as well. When he utilizes the Floyd Mayweather Jr. shoulder roll, which is very clever of him. And what he does, he shoulder rolls and then he counter punches you, and he's able to attack that body left hook. He's really good at that liver shot, that left hook, right? I feel for Canelo to win this fight against Erislandy Lara, he needs to adopt a Mike Tyson style approach. He needs to go back to what I think he used to do, which I didn't see him doing the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight, which I expected him to do. I expected Canelo Alvarez, and I feel he could have won that fight had he had the right mentality and the right experience, but he didn't. The thing is, what Canelo should have done is use his weight to an advantage and his power. Okay, he should have been bouncing around, right? He should have been quick inside, right? Cornered Mayweather off, cut the ring off. You know, cutting the ring off is very important. You shouldn't just follow your opponent around the ring. See, if your opponent's about to go right, you need to jump to the right, boom. But see, the problem with Canelo is he sits down in his shot. So when you sit down in your shot, the problem you have, you won't understand this unless you've been in a ring. But when you fight, like me when I boxed, right, whether I've sparred or whether I did MMA, whatever, right, whenever I used to get into the ring, I found that in MMA it's a bit easier because you have lighter gloves on, but when you're in boxing, the heavier gloves, they slow you down a little bit. So when you decide to step into your shots to engage some power, when you try to get power shots in, your opponent is able to move out of the way. You see, if you throw arm shots, bam, 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 you can catch your opponent all the time. But when you're throwing power shots and you're trying to step into your punches, if your opponent's constantly moving, it's very difficult to step into your punches, and this is the problem Canelo's having. I think for Canelo to win the fight against Erislandy Lara, he's going to have to cut the ring off, and when he gets the chance and he cuts the ring off, he jumps. He needs to figure out which way Erislandy Lara is going to move, and he needs to attack that body. Bam! He needs to attack that head. Boom! He needs to basically push forward and push the attack towards Erislandy Lara. If he fights on the back foot all night, it's okay. It's all fair and good to be able to use your head movement and your defense, but defense doesn't win you points. Aggression wins you points. Clean shots wins you points, and a knockout will win you points. I think that Canelo Alvarez could win a decision here, but he has to at some point knock Erislandy Lara down and has to fight a very different fight to what he did to Austin Trout and against Floyd Mayweather Jr. He has to be the aggressor in this fight, basically. Canelo has to be the aggressor. He has to use body shots early, cut Erislandy Lara's legs down. He needs to, because Erislandy Lara is going to be moving. And another thing is, people are under the misconception that Erislandy Lara is a really tall fighter. Erislandy Lara is not that much of a tall fighter. He is a similar size to Saul Canelo Alvarez, okay? Now, as Erislandy Lara moves around the ring, he's going to pop that jab, boom. He's going to pop the jab, boom, boom, boom. And that's all he's going to do all night is pop that jab out, and he's going to continue moving. He's going to fight very similar to the Angulo fight. Austin Trout did it, and because Austin Trout had such a busy jab, bam, 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 and Canelo Alvarez got tired very quickly. And the reason Canelo gets tired is because he uses a lot of head movement. And when he doesn't just use his head like this, moving his head, he's moving his body. And you won't understand unless you fought in this style. But when you move your body like this, right, and you load up in your shots like this, you're engaging your legs, you're engaging your core, you're pivoting into your shots, you're constantly moving your head. It takes a lot of energy, whereas when you fight straight up and you're just rolling, bam, jabbing, right, that doesn't take as much. I think that's why Canelo incorporated the Floyd Mayweather Jr. style to stop him from zapping so much energy in the ring. Now, Canelo Alvarez, right, basically, he has got to have exceptional stamina. He has to train like a dog. It's happening at a catch weight at 155 pounds, which I think will help his stamina, because I know he's struggling to make weight 154. He has to have really good stamina. He can't get tired. He has to use his head movement, but he has to, more than that, be the aggressor. He has to be the aggressor. He has to cut the ring off. He has to attack the body early, and he has to basically make it a dogfight with Erislandy Lara. He cannot let Lara pop him with that jab all night, because the way Austin Trout popped him with that jab, Austin Trout was a really close fight. Erislandy Lara is a better version of Austin Trout. He fights in a very similar manner, except he's a more schooled Cuban boxer. Erislandy Lara stands a terrific chance in this fight, okay? If Canelo wants to win, I think Canelo should go guns blazing, first round, and bang out Erislandy Lara, because Erislandy Lara does not have the best chin in the world. We saw that against Angulo. Canelo has more power than Angulo. We saw it. They went toe-to-toe. Canelo's boxing was a little bit better. If Angulo almost won the fight against Lara with no defense. I'm sure Canelo Alvarez can win this fight against Erislandy Lara if he implements the correct game plan and if his trainers give him the right game plan to carry out. If not, this will be the end of Golden Boy. It will be the end of Oscar De La Hoya. It will spell a lot of trouble because at the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is departed. He's not doing business with Golden Boy unless it's against Canelo Alvarez. I don't even think he's going to fight Canelo. I think Mayweather's going to fight Miguel Cotto next. And Al Heyman's departed. Richard Schaefer's departed. They're not doing business with Golden Boy anymore at all. And they want to push Golden Boy out of the picture. Golden Boy still got business to do with Top Rank, but a lot of them fighters I feel might be thinking about switching to Al Heyman if they're not already Al Heyman fighters, signing up to TMT later on in the future. And this is the future of boxing, TMT. I really want Canelo Alvarez to win this fight because it will save boxing, because this is Al Heyman, this is Floyd Mayweather against Top Rank and Golden Boy. And Top Rank and Golden Boy criticise them, critique them, but Oscar De La Hoya has given us good fights. Top Rank, again, gives us very competitive fights, right? They have their criticisms, Bob Arum does, as does Oscar De La Hoya, but we cannot have Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Al Heyman running the sport of boxing, doing their cowardly dodging and ducking, diving moves. We can't allow that in boxing. I really want Canelo to win this fight. It's very important that he does, and they're the keys to victory. Let me know what you think. Comment in the section below. Subscribe as always. What do you guys think? In a bit.